Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 9 of What If Naruto joined the Akatsuki. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also, go ahead and check out on Anime King. What if Kurama gave Naruto a dojutsu? And also, what if Tsunade was Naruto's mother? So go ahead and check out those and enjoy. And stay in tune because after this, I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix. So stay in tune and enjoy. And guys, if you're new, this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join Anime King. And also click it over here and join Anime King too and be a part of the Anime King family. Thank you all for your support and help, and I hope you enjoy the videos. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So, to do a little bit of a recap from the last part, Sakura, Kakashi, and Sasuke went to rescue Tsunade and the others. When they arrived, they sensed a lot of envoys here, but they also sensed some other chakras. Thinking that it is the Akatsuki, they quickly went to Tsunade's location. Meanwhile, Naruto and Hinata were taking on the ninjas above, as they were tearing them to pieces, cutting them down, showing them no mercy. After Naruto finished killing them all, he smiled as he sensed Sasuke and Sakura's chakra, as Naruto wanted to fight Sasuke really badly. It was then that Sasuke and the others came out from the floor down below, as Sasuke decided to use himself as a distraction, telling all of them to leave, which they all left except for Sakura who stayed back. It was then that Hinata went after Sakura and Naruto went after Sasuke, as both of them had their hectic battle. After seeing that he cannot beat Naruto, Sasuke told him to stop, as Naruto stood there and watched what Sasuke was doing, as Sasuke apologized and told him that please give him a way to make up for his wrongdoings, as he then walked forward to Naruto, and for a second, a glimpse of hope sank back into Naruto's heart, as he didn't want to kill Sasuke at that moment. As Sasuke placed a hand on Naruto's shoulder, "You're my best friend. Sakura is my family. And now I will protect my family," said Sasuke, as he plummeted his hand with his Chidori right through Naruto's chest, cutting Naruto completely off guard. As Hinata and Sakura rushed out as well, as Sakura started to cry immediately. Sasuke then grabbed her as he went off with her. On the way back to the other ninjas, Sasuke awakened his Mangeto Sharingan. Hinata stood there for hours just crying until she cried herself out, as she didn't know what to do anymore. It was then that Hidan found her, as he was a bit upset that Naruto was dead. Naruto was his friend. Even though he wasn't on Nagato's side anymore, he helped Hinata brought Naruto's body back. It was then that Nagato heard everything that happened, as he told Orochimaru to bring Naruto on the operating table. He will bring him back, as Konan helped Hinata. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place, check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Nagato and Orochimaru stood over Naruto's body as he was on the operating table. Orochimaru poured a white liquid inside of the hole on Naruto's chest, as it was a white zetsu, a material from them, as he then placed a paper seal over it as it started to harden. "It will mold to his body soon, attaching nerves and bloodlines," said Orochimaru. With Konan and Hinata, Konan led Hinata to a bathhouse that was in there, as the water was already hot and steam. As Konan helped Hinata took off her Akatsuki cloak, Naruto's dry blood was still on Hinata's face, as she still looked pale and cold. "I am going to help you undress, okay? You're still in shock, and the last thing I want is for you to freak out all of a sudden," said Konan. "It's fine," said Hinata. "Yeah, don't feel awkward or anything. We are all girls here," said Konan, as she helped Hinata completely undress. As she undressed as well, as the both of them went into the water. As Konan grinned as Hinata tried to keep her breasts underwater, but they kept on floating up. "It's okay, Hinata, we are all girls here." "But they keep floating back up," said Hinata. Konan chuckled. "Well, mine as well," she said. Konan then came over to Hinata with a towel, making Hinata blush to how close they was, as she used a towel and wiped the blood off of her face. "Now we can just relax," said Konan. "You will need it when he wakes up." "So tell me, what happened? Where did you guys go?" "The Anvu base camp." "I figured," said Konan. "We killed all of the Anvu Black Ops there, but then they showed up." "The ninjas that were here earlier?" asked Konan. "Yes, plus a few more. Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno." "Itachi's little brother, huh? So he was the one who did it to Naruto. That bastard is going to get it." "Not if I get to him first. Trust me, that bastard. I want his head on a pike," said Hinata. "How many did you kill anyway?" asked Konan. "Over 100, Hinata said. "That's crazy," said Konan. We were both caught up in the moment. "You know, it's good to have another girl on team. We can take baths like this and talk girly things whenever." Back with Naruto, the substance has sink into his chest, and it just looked like there was a gray paint on his chest where they put it. But Nagato placed a hand on it and it fell perfectly solid. "His body has accepted the treatment," said Orochimaru. "Alright, I am ready," said Nagato. Orochimaru then stood back as Nagato slammed his hand together. Reni Rebirth Jutsu. His hands then glow a bright green as the weird green substance shot right into Naruto, glowing around his body. Green all over. Inside of Naruto's mindscape, Naruto's body was like a ghost. The Kyuubi had trouble making out Naruto's figure in the darkness of the chamber. The chambers had changed as well. The water was completely black. As Naruto's body was being teared away, he already lost his right arm and his leg. It was just because of Kurama's chakra that he was still here. "Thank you, Kurama." "Huh?" "You have always been there for me, even when I treated you like crap. But now that I realize I was treating you no different than how the villagers were treating me, and for that I am sorry. You were always right about the village, about Sakura and Sasuke. You were almost like a brother to me. Out of all of my Jinchuriki hosts, you have been the most interesting," said Kurama. "I just wish I could see her face one more time," said Naruto. As Naruto's body started to flow away into the darkness, as he knew that his death was coming, maybe he would be able to meet his parents, and if they would understand and forgive him. As Naruto then started to scream no, he didn't want to die without seeing her face, as his body was being drifted away into the darkness. "No! God damn it, no!" he shouted, but his body was still being taken away. But his body sank into the spiral as he felt his existence being removed. "Hinata!" he shouted out. It was then that a force came from Naruto, shooting him out of the water as he landed on the ground with a boom, as his leg and his hand grew back, as he let out a roar, as Kurama's body started to grow back to its normal size. His hair started to turn back fully orange. The bars rose up from the water, parting away Kurama, as torches light up with blue flames. As Naruto screamed out Sasuke's name. Outside, Nagato and Orochimaru was blown back as they hit the wall. As Nagato then smiled, even though he was slammed into the wall, as beams of orange light shot from Naruto's eyes and his mouth, as he let out a devastating roar that was sound everywhere inside of the hideout. Even a far distance away from the hideout could hear it. Naruto's body started to float and levitate in mid-air, as he started to float until he reached the ceiling. He then released as he landed on the operating table, breaking right through it with a boom. Orochimaru's eyes widened in shock. Something is different. Naruto's chakra is so immense, so powerful. Naruto snapped open his eyes as it sent a shock wave that destroyed the wall of the operating room. "Naruto, you're back," said Nagato. As Naruto then looked over at Nagato. "I'm alive," he said. As Naruto then fell, but Nagato rushed over and caught him as Naruto fell asleep. Is he okay? Orochimaru asks. He's more than okay. He's alive. Just tired. What is this? I have never seen such chakra, such force. Looks like something has changed, said Nagato. The door burst open as Konan, Hinata, Itachi, and Deidara and Sasori came in. As they felt the destruction, Hinata was borrowing clothes from Konan that were still damp from their bath. As Hinata, eyes were wide as she looked over at Naruto, as she rushed over to him and placed her head on his chest, as she heard a heartbeat, as she let out a cry in relief. With the Konoha group, what the hell was that? Said Shikamaru, as they heard the loud demonic scream as the birds had flown away. It was like a tornado arrived as the clouds blew out of the sky from just a scream. How can this be? It's him. It's him, Sasuke said as he backed away as he fell to the ground. You told us that he's dead, Sasuke, said Tsunade. Yes, he was, said Sakura, as there was a hole going through his chest. But that power, that chakra, it has to be him. We're all going to die, said Sakura. Sakura, calm down. How can I? He's back, and he's going to kill all of us, said Sakura. Tsunade slapped her across the face. If you don't pull yourself together, we have no hope of taking the village back. Sasuke shook his head. You don't get it, Tsunade. We killed him, and now he's back. What do you think he's going to do to the village? They all turned their attention back to the clearing. Did they really heard Naruto? Or was that a demon screaming? Hours later, Naruto was on a bed as he no longer felt cold. His body was warm and nice. Naruto then felt someone sleeping on him, as he remembered one day waking up next to Jiraiya, who drank a lot of sake. Oh God, please. No, not a man, Naruto said, as he slowly opened his eyes. But he saw the hair, as his eyes were still adjusting to the room, but he could see the hair and already know who it was. As he was in a room that was decorated so well, it looked more like a 5-star hotel than an underground base. As his eyes then fully readjust, as Hinata was sleeping on his chest, as Hinata was only wearing a bra and a short skirt, as Naruto turned his head and kissed her on the forehead, as Hinata raised her head. Good morning, Naruto. Morning, Hinata. Wait, Naruto? As she jumped on him and started to shower him with kisses, the man that she thought she lost was now back. Naruto, Naruto, Naruto. I miss you so much. I felt like my world had collapsed after what happened to you. I am not going anywhere, Hinata. I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Hinata then got off the bed as she unstrapped her bra, as Naruto had a nosebleed, as she climbed on top of him. Better time than any, she told him. Outside of the door, Konan arrived. I guess it's time, she said as she ran through hand sign and placed her hand on the door as a pink barrier came up. What are you doing? Asked Nagato. Just keeping all of the noise in, said Konan with a smirk. But why would they need to keep all the... As he then stopped, as he turned his head and walked away without saying another word, as Konan laughed how awkward Nagato has become. After some time back in the room, that was amazing, said Naruto. I am glad you were my first, said Hinata. You were my first too. I would have it no other way, said Naruto, as she kissed his cheek, as she then looked down. Already? She said. Well, it looks like we're not done here, said Naruto. Well, we need to take a shower, said Hinata. But I have the perfect idea, as she guided into the shower room, as they need to get clean, then dirty all over again. Back with the group, Nagato and all of them were sitting down. Naruto is fully recovered right now. He's spending quality time with his partner, so unfortunately, he wouldn't be with us until later. Sasori pouted, lucky bastard. Nagato then spoke again. We are Tensei. We strive to create a world of peace with our power alone. The use of the Ten-Tail is a coward and lazy move by Madara, and we are against him now. So what is our first move, Nagato? Train our newest recruit to suit our skill level. While we hold Naruto, Madara cannot complete his mission. We have all the time we need to train him to get ready. Konan will teach Hinata and be her sensei, and I will be Naruto's sensei. By the way, what happened? How did Naruto exactly die? What did they do? Asked Sasori. As Konan then started to speak. Well, him and Hinata went and find the Anbu's base. They wiped out over 100 Anbus and slaughtered all the shinobi guards. As everyone in the room apart from Nagato and Konan were shocked. Mostly for Hinata, they thought that she was a backup medical type ninja, but I guess they were wrong. Itachi was curious. What exactly brought Naruto down? Your brother, said Konan. Sasuke? How? Said Itachi. Well, your brother is weaker than Naruto. Naruto and him were fighting, but Sasuke tricked him and played on a little bit of sympathy that Naruto had left, and then he plunged a hole right through his chest. But now, all of that is gone. That's brutal. My Itachi, your bro, is a cold-hearted bastard, said Sasori. As Itachi remained silent. What about Konoha? Said Sasori. What is our plan for them? Our plan has not changed. Konoha burns. For nearly killing my only family member, their pain shall be long and slow. That's what I like to hear, said Deidara. However, Naruto and Hinata must be prepared first. Konan then smiled. So when do we begin their training? Tomorrow, said Nagato. Later that night, Naruto and Hinata stepped out of the shower after going at it for the third time for the day, as their hormones was raging. As the both of them stopped at the bathroom door, they were inside. As Naruto was staring at Hinata. Can I help you with something? She said. Boobs, said Naruto, as Hinata moved the towel, and it flowed down a bit. As Naruto started to walk forward, as he slipped in the shower, as he fell back and burst right through the door of the bathroom, as he landed on the ground completely naked, as he heard someone giggling, as Naruto turned, as Konan was sitting on the bed. As Naruto froze, as Konan covered her eyes, but she moved a peephole as she covered them back. As Naruto rushed in the bathroom and got a towel, as Hinata came out with a towel over her. As Naruto came out back out of the bathroom. What are you doing here? Naruto asked. I knocked, but it didn't work. What do you mean? Said Naruto. Neither of you heard me. Oh, you mean over the loud shower? Said Hinata. No, not the shower, said Konan. All the commotion with the both of you having sex, said Konan. As Hinata turned bright red, as she started to touch her fingers together as he started to search for a new topic to talk about. Oh, sorry Naruto. I am sure that Hinata enjoy her rest with such a big man, said Konan. Please stop, said Naruto. It doesn't matter, said Konan. I'll get the information out of Hinata later. So what now? Naruto said, changing the conversation. Well, you're not going after Konoha, said Konan. But, no buts, said Konan. Just relax for now. You begin your training tomorrow. Training? Said Naruto. Yes. I will be training Hinata, while Nagato will be training you. The both of you are powerful, but you need a boost before you're ready to go back to Konoha. Alright, said Naruto. So what are we supposed to do till then? Naruto said, as he turned towards Hinata, as Konan chuckled. No more of that, she said, as she pulled out a bottle of sake. As she took a drink from the bottle, as her eyes started to get flushed, as a big smile came on her face, as her cheeks turned red, as she tossed the bottle to Naruto, as he was holding up his towel with his hand, but he released the towel as it fell down as he caught the bottle, as Konan dropped back on the bed and started to laugh, as Naruto picked up the towel as fast as possible. Get drunk, party, have some fun. Nagato and the others are in the main hall. Orochimaru is in his lab, doing God knows what. Alright, but let me get changed first, said Naruto. Yeah, and Hinata and I are going to have a little girls' night out. But don't worry Naruto, you'll get her back, said Konan, as Naruto just went off to put on his clothes. Naruto walked in the main hallway after a while, as Hinata and Konan went off, as Nagato, Itachi, Sasori, Deidara were sitting around the table, laughing and drinking sake. Itachi and Sasori were playing a quick game of cards. As Sasori knew that he was going to win, his puppet face was unreadable, as Nagato looked up as he saw Naruto, as he raised his glass, saying Naruto to come over and pull up a chair. How are you feeling, Naruto? Nagato asks. I am great, absolutely amazingly great, said Naruto. I know, Conan told me all about it. Way to go, champ. As somewhere, Conan was laughing. As Naruto frowned, she already told. It's alright, said Nagato, it's fine. You two share a good bond. I suppose we do, said Naruto. Here's some sake, said Nagato. As Naruto took the bottle and drank. Across the table, this is crap. Total crap. You cheated, Itachi. Curse sorcery. Hey, what did you guys bet anyway? As Naruto looked on the table to see one of Sasori's arms. What? Did you bet your arm, Sasori? Naruto asked. Damn it, said Sasori, as Itachi went for the arm. What are you going to do with it? Naruto asked. Don't worry, I'll give it back, said Itachi. Once I place it in Conan's bed, freaking her out. Itachi, if I found that arm in our bed, I am going to remove your Sharingan the fork, said Nagato. No taking, said Itachi. Itachi then felt a chakra. What? As he turned serious. It's okay, Itachi. He's on our side, said Nagato. As Naruto was confused, as the person walked out of the darkness. The party king has arrived. Hidan, said Naruto. As Nagato convinced Hidan to join them when Hidan helped Hinata bring Naruto's body here. As Hidan strolled in, on his back was a large wooden barrel with 3 large X's on it for the mark, knowing that it's liquor. As Naruto was happy to see his friend again, since the separation of the Akatsuki, Hinata and Conan caught him up, telling him all that happened, as he thought it was a shame to lose some of his friends like Kisame and Zetsu, but in reality, right now they probably wanted him dead. But Hidan strolled in with a huge grin after seeing Naruto alive and well. Well, damn me. Hey Naruto, said Hidan. Hidan, what are you doing here? Naruto said. Just dropping by. Looks like you guys are celebrating. Mind if I join? As Nagato shook his head. Please take a seat, Hidan. Sorry, they were all out of sake, so I took this barrel of whiskey. This thing is amazing, Hidan said, as he popped open the barrel and poured it in a strange cup that had skulls all over it, as he took a whip. Whoa! God damn, he shouted. Hidan grinned as he took a seat next to Naruto as he placed down the heavy barrel. So, obviously, you guys want to know what the hell Madara is doing right now? Of course, said Nagato. Well, not a lot actually. There are still tail beasts that he needs to catch. Right now, he's building his defenses, nothing else. Does he know your current allegiance? Asked Nagato. I made it clear that I'm on no one's side. I told him to go and screw himself and I left. So will you join us or go out on your own? Well, I can help you guys now and then, but I've got business to attend in the Land of Iron. Land of Iron? Why there? Naruto asked. There is a major Jashin temple being created. I'm talking about some huge crap going on there. And I want to go there and join the place. And maybe rule it someday. So I'm gonna be leaving in a couple of days, said Hidan. Naruto grinned. You can stay for a while and help me train. I still need to spar with you, Hidan. Kid, you don't have a chance. Well, maybe. You did wipe out so many envoys. Maybe you would make it fun. I'll hold you on that challenge, said Naruto, as Nagato smiled, as he toasted Naruto, as everyone said to Naruto, except for Hidan. Screw Naruto, let's get shit-faced, said Hidan, as he burst open the bottle of whiskey. With Conan and Hinata, the both of them were in Conan's room, as music was playing that Conan turned on, as they had a large tube of ice cream and also a large bottle of sake, as Conan then reached over and turned down the music, as Hinata looked over at her, as Conan was red all over. So, how was it, Hinata? Conan asked, as Hinata's eyes went wide, as she then smiled, remembering everything. It was amazing, Conan. I did all the things that you told me. Hinata then took another sip of sake. I just don't know how it was so good. As Hinata then went into a dream. Hello, Earth to Hinata, said Conan. Oh, I'm sorry. There is still a lot more I can teach you, said Conan. There is more? Asked Hinata. Well, we just scraped the top. But, as Conan held on to Hinata's hands, is he the one? She asked. Yes, he's my true love. Without a doubt, Hinata said. So, do you want to get married and have kids? Or are you more of a girlfriend type? I love him. I want to be Mrs. Uzumaki and give birth to more Uzumakis. Well, I guess that makes two of us, said Conan. So you and Naruto are going to get married? Hinata asked. Maybe. He has not asked yet, but it's not really the right time for such events. I beg a differ, said Hinata. We are about to go into the war, so might as well do it while you can. Well, he's going to have to ask. It's tradition for a man to ask after all. I may be a cutthroat killer, but I still believe in traditions, as Conan chuckled. Yeah, that would be good. If you have children with Nagato and I have children with Naruto, they can grow up together. I would like nothing more than that, Hinata. A toast then, said Hinata. A toast? Yeah. To rebuilding the Uzumaki clan, along with Naruto and Nagato, said Hinata, as Conan smiled as the both of them drank some sake. With Orochimaru, he was in his lab as he was flipping through blood samples, H to J. Wait, he said, as his eyes grew angry. There was a blood sample missing. He checked his desk and his table for the glass containing the blood, but it was gone. As he then realized where it had gone. Kabuto, the bastard, but why would he steal that blood sample? As he looked through his archives and realized that Kabuto has taken a lot of blood samples away. As Orochimaru then tightened his fist as he saw where Jiraiya blood sample should be, but it was gone as well. Kabuto was planning for his Edo Tensei, which he said that was more evolved than Orochimaru's. Back with Naruto and the others, they all were laughing as whiskey was 10 times stronger than the sake. As Itachi and Hidan were on the table wrestling, as Naruto and the others were betting, saying who will win. Nagato then punched Naruto in the shoulder. Hey man, watch this shit, said Nagato, as he used his universal pull to pull the shot glass to him. Isn't that amazing? He said. Almighty push as he blew it back as it slammed into the wall. Whoa, that's crazy, said Naruto, as everyone started to laugh. Back with Conan and Hinata, the both of them were in the room as the both of them were in their bras and their shorts. Be honest, are they too small? Asked Conan. Nah, they're perfectly fine, said Hinata. You're just lying. Compared to you, these are totally small. Are those even real? Conan said. Of course they're real. What are you talking about? Hey Conan, what should we call our children? Said Hinata as she took another sip of sake. Well, sake, whiskey, booze. I don't really know. What do you think? Said Conan. No, seriously, said Hinata. Oh, I have the perfect name. What about Nagako? Nagako? You're trying to combine you and Nagato's name, right? Yeah, doesn't it sound cool? Said Conan, as Hinata just burst out in laughter as the both of them kept on drinking sake and finishing off the ice cream. You know what? Let's go take a bath, said Conan. Yeah, that would be nice, said Hinata, as the both of them stripped off and went into the shower. The door then burst open as the two girls looked to see Nagato and Naruto standing there. As Conan smiled, right on time, she said, as she walked out of the room, bringing Nagato with her. As Hinata looked on Naruto's face as she giggled, as he had all sorts of drawings over his face, as Hinata guessed it was Hidan after hearing his voice. As Naruto smiled, alright, you're already naked, so it's my turn, he said as he threw off his clothes. The next morning, Naruto opened his eyes as his head was throbbing with pain, as he then felt something kiss his forehead. As he looked to see Hinata, she was still not wearing any clothes, but she had a blanket over her. Good morning, Naruto. How are you feeling? Is my head okay? Naruto asked. Yes, your head is completely fine, she said, as Naruto then looked to see that he was not wearing any clothes neither. Well, let's get some breakfast and clear the hangover right up, said Hinata. So what happened last night? Naruto asked, as they started to put on their clothes. Well, you came in, and for some reason I was naked. Don't remember why though. Things are a bit messy, said Hinata. But then, you stripped off your clothes, and the both of us must have passed out. With Nagato, he opened his eyes. As his head was dizzy, it felt like it was pounding. That sake and that whiskey mixed together. As he lifted his head, it felt heavier than a tailed beast. His eyes opened and were blurry in the morning light. As he tried to move his arms, but he couldn't. As he then looked down to see Conan on his chest, as she was completely naked lying over him, stopping him from moving. I feel like crap, but at least I had a good time. Or I think I did, said Nagato, as he realized that Conan wasn't the one holding down his arms. As he focused, as his eyes readjusted the light, to realize that his arms are tied to the bedpost. What the hell, he said, as he tried to break free. Good morning, handsome, said Conan. I bet you're wondering why your arms are tied to the post, she said. Yeah, said Nagato. Well, we did some things last night. God damn it, said Nagato. What's wrong? Well, I don't remember anything. Well, probably tonight we will do it again, said Conan. Why not now, he asked. Because you have to go ahead and train Naruto. I already spoke to Hinata this morning. So you spoke to Hinata and came back in here and lie on my chest bare naked and you don't want to do anything? Exactly. It's just a bit of a tease till later on, she told him. With Naruto and Hinata, they got ready as they put on their cloak. As the hallway was a mess, everything flipped over. As Naruto looked, as he couldn't help but laugh, as Hidan was snoring like a madman, and Itachi was around him, his arms on Hidan's shoulder, sleeping as well. As the both of them then rolled over, as Hinata burst out in laughter, as the both of them slowly opened their eyes, as the both of them quickly jumped back away from each other, but they then fall to the ground as their heads start to throb in pain. What the hell were you doing? Cuddling me? Asked Hidan. How am I supposed to know? We were both drunk as hell, said Itachi. If you touch me again, I'm going to kill you. I have no problem with guys who roll that way, but don't bring that crap around me. Roll that way? Hey, you think I'm gay? I'm not gay, shouted Itachi. Naruto covered his mouth as he tried to keep himself quiet. Where is Sasori? Naruto asked. He's over there, said Itachi, as Sasori's head was over there. His torso was over there. What the hell happened last night? Did we play Mr. Potato Head with him? Exactly, said Itachi. The door then opened, the main door, as Conan and Nagato walk out. Nagato rubbing his eyes as his next hand was on his head, as Hinata and Conan went off. Hey wait, said Naruto. How the hell are you two acting this way? What do you mean? Asked Hinata. Well, everyone got drunk last night, but the both of you seem to be fine. Well, it seems like we have a better tolerance to sake than you guys. Or, I know what it is. Naruto then turned at Hidan. It's the goddamn whiskey that you brought us. What do you mean, said Hidan. Think about it. The girls aren't that drunk. And they had a lot of sake. But it was a whiskey that you gave us. What the hell was in that? As Naruto then started to have flashes. Wait, Conan and Hinata. Hearing that, Nagato looked over at both of them, their eyes wide open. Hey, what's going on? Asked Hidan. Shower. Naked. Oh, you're starting to having flashbacks, said Conan in a sultry voice. Boobs, 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 as Naruto then had a mental breakdown. As Nagato went over and picked him up, as he shivered, passing by Hinata and Conan, remembering what the both of them were doing in the tub last night. Both of them scrubbing down each other. Come on, let's go, Naruto. Now time for your training. As Naruto looked at the mess, what about the mess, he asked. Orochimaru will clean this up, said Nagato. But guys, we'll be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications they posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also stay tuned because I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto Had the Sharingan and the Byakugan Mix. And also go ahead and check out Anime King where I post a new episode of What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother, and I also post a new episode of What If Kurama gave Naruto a dojutsu. So go ahead and enjoy that. And remember, if you're new, to click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and become a part of both channels, Anime King and Anime King 2. Thank you all for your help and your support. I'm out for now. See you over What If Naruto had a Sharingan and Byakugan mix. Peace.